I recently played a Masters tournament that happened in my city, and I had written this for the closing ceremony, but due to some issues, I wasn't able to express myself. So, here goes nothing. I recently learned about the sandwich method, where you say something nice, then something real, then something nice again. It's supposed to make the truth easier to digest. The organizers didn't have to put this tournament together. They didn't owe anybody anything. They did it because they believed in basketball, in the community, and in all of us. One of those main organizers is my mother. That's her. For the past 11 years, I've watched her work harder than anyone, fighting battles you didn't see, making sacrifices you will never know, just to create spaces like this for all of us. She didn't do it for the recognition. She did it for love the love of the game, for the love of this community, for the belief that basketball can change lives. But watching people disrespect the game, disrespect each other, disrespect the entire spirit of this event, it's embarrassing, it's shameful, it's not who we are supposed to be. I didn't come here to chase clout. I didn't lace up my sneakers to get into petty battles. I came here for the same reason I fell in love with the game years ago, for the pure love of it. This tournament was built to bring us together, to remind us what it feels like to compete, to sweat, to fight hard, but shake hands at the end, to enjoy the game, not destroy the community. But some of you showed up carrying your egos higher than your jerseys. You turned a celebration into a battleground. You made it about yourself, not the sport. And let's be honest, if your pride matters more than your team, more than the kids watching you, more than the sport that made you, then you're part of the problem, not the solution. We see coaches here, the so-called leaders, the ones entrusted with shaping the next generation. Yet too many are teaching ego instead of humility, teaching hate instead of heart, teaching favoritism instead of fairness. You can coach all the drills you want, you can post all the highlight reels you want, but if you're not teaching integrity, respect, and the real love for the game, you're not building champions, you're raising cowards. And let's talk about respect, real respect. Respect doesn't care how old you are. Respect doesn't care if you're a man or a woman. Respect doesn't care if you've played for 20 years or 20 minutes. Men and women are equals on this court. Always have been and always will be. Talent has no gender. Heart has no gender. Greatness has no gender. If you still think otherwise, then you're not just outdated, you're a disgrace to the very spirit of the game. Fortunately for me and unfortunately for you, I have friends too. Very few of them. I hear the whispers, I know the stories you tell behind closed doors. I know what's said about me. I know what's said about my mom. You think you're being clever? You think you're being funny? You're not. You're just exposing who you really are. Small-minded, bitter, and weak. You don't break people like me. You don't shame families like mine. You only expose your bitterness to the world. Basketball isn't about tearing others down. Basketball is about lifting each other up. Even when you're dead tired. Even when you're losing. Even when nobody's watching. It's about loyalty. It's about family. It's about respect. For the game, for your opponents, for your teammates, and for yourself. If you can't show up with love, discipline, and integrity, then don't show up at all. Because this court isn't for those who play politics. It's not for those who think winning at any cost is more important than winning with honor. It's not for those who hide their insecurities behind loud voices and cheap shots. This court is for the ones who play with soul. The ones who fall down, get back up, and still dap up the person who knocked them down. The ones who know the game is bigger than them. The ones who know legacy isn't built in trophies. It's built in how you make people feel when the final whistle blows. Basketball deserves better. And so do we. This isn't just a game, it's a gift. And if you can't protect it with everything you've got, then we don't deserve to call ourselves part of this family. So here's the truth. You're either playing for the love of the game or you're playing for the love of yourself. Choose wisely, because history remembers those who played with heart and forgets those who only played for applause.